that we had the opportunity to travel to our offices in Montana and Idaho for the last couple of days. Amazing agents, killing it. Really great conversations. I think we got some great insight from you all. So thank you so much for that. It was interesting to me. Agents kind of fall into three buckets. We've got sort of the rising stars. Those would be the less experienced agents, right? They may be new to the business. They may just be into the business for a period of time, but they just haven't had quite the success yet. And then we've got sort of the performer group, and they're rocking. They're doing great, and they're starting to get into that momentum. You can just sort of see the life change happening in them. And then there are the elites, and these are the ones that have incredible businesses, incredible operations, and not only has their lives been changed, but now they are embarking on changing the lives of others. And it's incredible to watch. What I noticed as I was talking to agents over the last few days is they have different challenges. They have different focuses. And the reason I want to talk about that today is because I began to worry that if I'm a rising star and I'm focused on that which is important to an elite, I've been distracted away from the thing that's going to have an impact on my business, right? And listen, there's three things, right? When we talk about our businesses and we talk about our lives and impact and change and creating a career and a business that creates the life that we want. And it's leads, it's listings, and it's leverage. The problem is that if a rising star is focused on leverage, they're not generating the leads, and they are done before they know it. So I want to dig in just a little bit on leads, listings, and leverage. So if you are a rising star, if you're newer to the business or less experienced in the business, there is one thing and one thing only that you should be focused on. That's leads, leads, leads. That's it. You shouldn't be worried about your schedule. You shouldn't be worried about your your whatever, right? It's how many phone calls are you making? It's your family, it's your friends, it's the people that you give money to, that wash your dog, that do your lawn. Everybody should know that you're in real estate. It's how many business cards are you handing out? There was a time where I would buy 100 business cards and it was a race to get rid of them. Like, how quickly could you hand out 100 business cards? How many cold calls are you making? I had a great conversation with Kelsey Renovere, rock star agent up in Bozeman, and she shared a funny story about how she for 20 days made 50 phone calls every day, and today she is no longer afraid. She was afraid of the phone calls before. After 50 for 20 days in a row, she's no longer afraid. So making the phone calls. By the way, I don't know. She did a lot in January, just FYI. But here, it's all about leads, right? So how many doors are you knocking? How many business cards are you handing out? How many phone calls are you making? You've got to generate leads. By the way, buying leads is not your solution, right? If you are in the rising star group, that is not a strategy for you. The next group, that performer group, you've got some momentum, you've got leads, you've got some money to invest. It's really about listings. And the question really comes, what are you doing and how are you focusing on that? Is the marketing that you're doing specifically geared towards getting you more opportunities for listings, right? Are you tracking and measuring that? Are your resources being allocated in the right place? Are your scripts and dialogues on point for why now is a good time to list and sell your property? Are your presentations on point so that when you get those opportunities, you're able to go in, you're able to provide great deal of value and show the differentiation between you and all of your competitors? What is your conversion, right? So your whole focus should be on listings in those areas. And then lastly, for the elite group, these folks that really, like, at this point, you've got your listing dialogues down. You don't need to worry about leads. Frankly, you've got people calling you and saying, hey, can you come list my property? That's wonderful. Now it's really about leverage. It's leveraging your time. It's leveraging your energy. It's leveraging your wisdom and your resources. It's making sure that you are not engaging in actions that are below your hourly rate. Remember that exercise we do, right? How much money do you want to make? Divided by 2,000 hours, that's your hourly rate. My guess is it's somewhere between $250 and $500, maybe more, per hour. And if you are doing postcards, for example, you are literally paying somebody $250 an hour to do your postcards. Well, nobody would ever do that. Like that's crazy talk, right? So making sure that you're leveraging your partner, marketing, design, your web presence, your social media advertising, your transaction paperwork, all of these things to leverage, leverage, leverage. We are 9.58% of the way through the year, right? And I love Jeff's message on Monday with the golf analogy. You cannot win your year in the first 9.58% of the year, but you sure can lose it if you allow any slippage to continue on, right? So I love looking at the years as quarters. So let's do this. We're just over a third of the way through our quarter. Are we tracking? Are we focused on the right things? And are we creating the pipeline that we can count on for consistent, repeatable business? If we're not, now's the perfect time. Now's the critical time to make a pivot. If we are, now's a great time to take a deep breath and enjoy the hard work and great wisdom that you are putting forth. It's fantastic, right? What we're really wanting to do is ask and answer the question, what I'm doing today, am I going to be proud of me at the end of the quarter? At the end of the quarter, am I going to look back and go, yes, I listened to the right thing, I did the right thing, I converted the right thing, and I've got my desired outcome. If you guys have any questions, we've got so many resources. When I think about leads, we've got tons of resources on how to generate leads. When I think about listings, I mean, I know we have the 29 different ways to generate listing leads, so that would be one. We've got all of our listing presentations, and of course, we've got all the coaching that you could ever possibly want. So if you're looking for any help, please reach out, direct message me, and until then, be distinctive.